Dean, thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. Dean, thank you for the introduction and the mention about last year. This is certainly very, very exciting. One of the reasons I keep coming is I figure if I come often enough to this event, I might actually understand at some point what in the world you folks are doing. Because it is certainly very, very complicated. It's hard for me to understand many of the ideas and concepts, but as long as you do, that's what really matters. And seriously, now, I do, you should give yourselves a big, big round of applause. I could not be more excited about your work. This is one of the great things about our many colleges and universities, having so many of you, young people here, and those who are young at heart, taking on the great challenges of our time, using technology in ways that could probably have not even been imagined easily 10 years ago. And you will take us into a bright future here in Philadelphia and all across the United States of America. Many of the folks that I was going to recognize have been recognized, but there are a couple others. Certainly our great Dean, again, thank you. Always at the forefront of any new, different, exciting, and innovative idea. Please give Dean Barad Stephen Tang, of course, President and CEO at University City Science Center, Bob Moll, the President of Philly Startup Leaders, Chavez Granum, who's the U.S. from the U.S. Economic Development Administration, and certainly, and they were mentioned, but they're also good friends of mine, Will and Bridget Daniel. Thank you all for being here and being a part of this. Can we please recognize all those folks? Young man over on the side, nice red tie. He's actually from the city of Philadelphia and works on these issues in the city government for us. That's Jeff Friedman. Jeff, and Avi Namani from Code for America, as well as Aaron Propakaran from the Urban Affairs Coalition. Please recognize them as well. It really is exciting, seriously, to be here to talk about technology. It is certainly increasingly important for economic development in our city and all across the United States of America. And if you didn't already know, Philadelphia recently posted the third strongest growth in technology jobs in the United States. We are increasing our presence, we're increasing our use of technology, but again, this is all about jobs and economic opportunity. Entrepreneurs have given us Philly Startup Leaders, Ben Franklin Technology Partners, the Science Center, as I mentioned earlier, Seed Philly, Independence, Hall, DevNuts, and a number of others. This Design Week challenge and opportunity certainly helps to expand this sector of our economy, and that's having a positive impact on the city of Philadelphia. And what better example than what you're doing literally right now. This event is an important technology initiative in our city. It encourages innovation, as well as certainly the development of practical technological solutions. Now, I was told actually who the winner is, but I'm not allowed to say. So I really appreciate you sharing that information with me, which I can do nothing with. But nonetheless, I want to thank the Center for Design and Innovation and the Fox School for organizing this annual competition, and I can assure you that we will continue to be supportive in this effort. This year, there are more participating students and more partner institutions, including the University of the Arts and the Philadelphia Housing Authority, who was mentioned earlier. And with that, I want to thank again Dr. Samuel Little and Asia Cooney. And we give them another big, big round of applause. These apps and maps are going to be used to make our city that much better. But some solutions are likely to be made available in the global marketplace in the future. So I have no expectation that you're just going to contain yourselves to the city of Philadelphia. Certainly want to congratulate Temple, receiving a $500,000 grant from the U.S. Economic Development Administration for the Urban Apps and Maps Studio. first of its kind in the city, and to our knowledge, we are the first large city in America to host such a facility. Give it up one more time for Philadelphia. I think the whole focus, of course, of the studios is an urban civic startup incubator. Its goal is certainly to build a bridge to a vibrant technology and tech-using ecosystem in North Philadelphia. And it's interesting, as I was standing over here, a wonderful view, not only, of course, of some cranes, which are actually the official bird of the city of Philadelphia, but you can see downtown, even with the fog or whatever it is coming in, the little place over to the side with the yellow glowing light is our own City Hall. It's a beautiful view, and let me just say that even in this tough economic circumstance that we continue to find ourselves in the aftermath of the worst recession since the Great Depression, one of the reasons Philadelphia was not hit as hard as some other cities across the country is because of Temple, because of Penn, because of Drexel, because of LaSalle, because of St. Joe's, because we are such an urban eds and meds community that many projects just kept right on going, even though in the private sector many of them were stopped dead in their tracks. 30% of the jobs in Philadelphia are tied to education and medicine. And so Temple University really is an economic driver right here in North Philadelphia. So that view is really about the revitalization of North Broad Street, all the way from City Hall up through Temple University, this part of the campus, and certainly going farther north to Temple University Hospital area. North Broad Street is the longest straight street in the United States of America, and North Broad Street literally is on fire with economic vitality and development, and a lot of that is really being generated by Temple University, and again, certainly yourselves. Let me conclude by saying that having this kind of studio to catalyze urban innovation, using digital technology, working to reduce the digital creativity gap through this immersive education and mentoring program. This is the kind of thing we need to replicate all across the city and then all across the United States of America. We can win the future. We can build a better future in America when we unleash the power of your brainpower, your creativity, your knowledge, your access to technology. And part of the way we have to do that is to close that digital divide. 41% of the people in Philadelphia do not have access to the internet. So that's why initiatives like the Freedom Reach Partnership, working with, using federal dollars, working with the Urban Affairs Coalition, the Internet Essentials Program from Comcast, we need to make sure that young people, younger than you, have that access to the internet so that they can do their homework, they can do their research, they can understand that the world is becoming a much smaller place, but through technology, all of us can actually stay connected and get things done, literally, either from your classroom or from within your home. So, I mean, it's just an exciting opportunity. I love coming on college campuses. There's always something new and different going on here. And as I said, I'm going to keep coming back. One day, if I have just a little more time, I'll sit at the table. You can explain it to me as if I was, in third grade, and really show me what this is all about. And who knows, maybe one day I'll make it happen for something. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.